I think a couple of our biggest accomplishments took place during Healthy Workplace Month, which was in October. Our goal was really to visit and reach as many staff as we could, because we hear still day in and day out that even though staff have been here for a number of years, there still are a lot of folks that are unaware of the services that wellness has available to them. So during October, we made an effort to visit as many departments as we could, and in fact, we saw over 2,200 staff, and that includes over 87 individual unit visits and an additional 14 extra wellness activities that we had planned across the month.
When I joined the People Strategy and Innovation team just over a month ago, it was really funny for me to be the most senior person in the team, because that has never happened in the last 20 years that I've been at UHN. So I hope to be a role model and to be helpful because of that, but it also makes me feel old.
Well, I know across all sites this year we had a lot of work with the respect and civility training. That was a big undertaking. There were dozens of trainings that took place, included hundreds of people, both at the employee and supervisory level.
Yep.
And we also had, at Mission and PMH, a lot of work going into the employee engagement action plans. So that was a big undertaking as well.
A lot of work this year for sure. I know our research team did a ton of work on a project to onboard individuals who are working within research but aren't research employees or UHN employees. And that's been a massive project and ton of work that involved not only our research team, but also the admin center, HRIS, digital, lean team, legal, occupational health and safety. So a massive project for us as a team. Well, I understand Sarah made a few people laugh around Halloween, is that correct?
That's right. I was one of the judges for our Halloween contest this year, and one of the entries had some pretend cadavers, and let's just say one of the dummies wasn't actually a dummy, and I ended up looking like a bit of a dummy. My feet may have left the floor, and yep.
Yeah, no, we try to have a few laughs. It's very serious business, but we like to keep it balanced.
One of the things that we're most proud of in our department is the work that we did with the Foreign Workers Program. We assisted with numerous questions regarding specific circumstances surrounding complex foreign worker assignments for approximately 200 new hires, and that's a lot.
One of our biggest milestones this year, I would have to say, is our HR soft system. We've recently successfully converted all employment requisitions to being submitted electronically only through the system, and we already have over 400 HR soft users, and we're closing in on the 500 mark. So I think that's really significant. The funniest moment, well, I mean, we did have a great moment where we all got together as a team, and we actually had dinner to celebrate our accomplishments at Roger's house, and it had all the trademarks of a great dinner. Roger was cooking, and of course the house almost caught on fire, but the food was delicious. I'll have to say that, and everyone just, we stepped out of our normal comfort zone, and we got together and we had a few laughs together, and it was just a really special moment.
Okay, so what is something that we are proud of most this year? What are you proud of?
I'm proud that we are taking on more high school and university students at all our sites. Now they're actually making up the bulk of our volunteers and relying on them more heavily than ever. Mm-hmm. It's really impressive because they're like juggling everything. Personal life, school, work, and they're still able to commit for the most part. So that's,
and when you get them young,
and they're aspiring to become healthcare professionals, is the best place to start. So they're ready to buy into it.
When I do the new employee orientation and I find volunteers getting hired, I
always clap for them.
We're so proud because we love our volunteers, and it's nice when they are students and then they become paid employees.
Oh yeah, even in HR we have a few of those, so that's kind of really cool, right?
Are you looking at me?
Many.
Looking at you.
Yes.
Well, for me, I'm particularly happy about our corporate volunteering initiative that we started last year. Ever since then, we've had over 12 to 15 groups come in, make these pillows for our patients, for our cardiac patients, and about 600 hours they've donated. And we've made over 500 pillows for the patients on the 4th floor cardiac. So that's been a really cool program.
For this year, we have like one of them, which is the benefits orientation.
Yes, so we actually managed for so many years. We've conducted the benefit orientation for our new employees and all transfers. We used to do this once a week on a Monday. So we are very proud to say that now we no longer need to attend and do this presentation in person. It is now on the e-learning for the employees to view the presentation at their leisure. And if they have any questions, they can call the administration center.
So another one of our accomplishments was this year, the Admin Center submitted the MDC earlier than it's ever been before with little to no errors.
Hi guys, did you ever notice the flowers at the front desk?
Yes.
Yeah, they're so
we
nice.
wondered where the bouquet came from. So every day Pam would come in and she would be like, every day somebody steals my pen. I never have pens. I'm like, I got an idea. I saw something down the street the other day. I was like, I got an idea. Made a trip to Dollarama, came back, and what I've done is I've attached pens to the bottom of every flower. So today I said, so Pam, how are you finding the flower bouquet at the front desk? She's like, they're awesome. It's like, so do your pens go missing? She's like, no, they always come back, especially the guys.
So in the payroll department, we made sure everyone was cross-trained in all the payroll processing procedures. So we would have backup for coverage, and also everyone had the opportunity to look for improvements in our processes. We created the UHN payroll email, so employees have another way of getting in touch with us. We created an e-learning video for the new workforce management system, old TCS, and we have 85% of the timekeepers and managers trained.
And I just want to say a big thank you to the HRIS team, who are really behind a lot of the initiatives that you've heard previously, and they are the unsung heroes of our HR department, I think. Thank you.
One of the things I've been thinking a lot about is those individuals that have gone through our system. So the students that we met maybe 6 years ago, 5 years ago, and they pop by the office and they are completed, or they're embarking on their life journey with their families or first baby. And I get all gushy and sentimental. I've been thinking a lot about that.
So, big announcement. I spoke to one of the research institutes, and finally, they are going to agree to clone us. And so stay tuned for all of that, because that's
getting some resources.
Yes,
I heard.
We can finally, have lunch and things like that.
I heard. I think that that's really important, and it also underscores the idea around milestones. So one of the things that has been resonating for me, in I would say a dramatic way, has been the move from a culture of rights, human rights, to one of more collaboration, discussion, notions of unconscious bias, notions of what really makes an organization thinking and feeling. So milestone, this is the first year that our actual data is going to be reported to the board,
yes.
Which is huge for an organization. It suggests that we are moving towards the balance of measurement and actual improvement.
Highlights that LR has done over the past year. One of the big ones was bargaining. So Rob and I thought that we'd take the opportunity to tell you a little bit about that.
Yeah, so, thanks to, the legislation that was coming around about Bill 124, I think we might have set a record with the hospital.
A bunch of QP ones that we had done a few weeks before. I think that was a total of 6 collective agreements. And then the security guards.
Yeah, so we finished off 7
Yeah.
in 2 weeks. So I think that's a record. Top that.
A lot of responsibility that we take on, a lot of relationships that we have to build and maintain. And, that's why I say we're so small but mighty. And we love to eat. So the fact that Italy just opened, cannot wait. Guess where our Christmas party is?
Not if there's a lineup. I'll put no lineup.
So one of our biggest accomplishments this past year has been that we've been able to cement partnerships with 3 different healthcare organizations in Toronto. For example, with Baycrest, as well as Sinai Health System, and with Unity Health, which is the newly formed organization of St. Joseph's, St. Michael's, and Providence Healthcare. And so the good thing about this is the fact that we've been able to share our interpreters at cost with them, our spoken language interpreters. And this has been able to keep the interpretation consistent, as well as have interpreters more readily available for the other organizations. I think patients these days want to know more about their healthcare and what's happening. And so that's why it's so important, like My Patient Portal, for example. So having interpretation services there allows patients to understand from the service care provider instead of having a family member who can just kind of in their broken language kind of explain what's going on with their own health. So one of our funniest moments, I think, this year is that we were able to actually have a Halloween potluck. And so the funny part was that mostly everyone was able to dress up. And so you'd be able to see what kind of everyone was dressed up as. Everyone had to make a dish. So being able to make something and kind of be like, oh, Claudia made that. Oh, I don't know if that's that good or that. So it was kind of just a great time to kind of be social with each other because we're always so professional and working hard. So it was such a great moment to catch with all of us.
We launched our Management Advancement Program last year for mid-level managers. The topics themselves were new with a lot of useful skills and insights for leaders. It also gave an opportunity for mid-level managers to break out of their silos and work with their peers, expand on their network, and learn a lot of practical tools and approaches to change.
We've created 50 plus e-learning courses for our clients, and they've really turned out to be well-polished courses, so I can definitely say that as a team we're proud of that.
So as we continue to expand our work in crucial conversations across the organization, we deliver trainings to approximately 300 staff and beyond per year. And also we work with specific client groups, and one of them I'd like to sort of acknowledge. When we worked with the critical care units, there was a significant increase of employee engagement results from 15 to 25% on both their engagement drivers for co-worker and departmental relationships. And as a result of that, we are delivering more trainings to more clinical units. Well, we went to the rec room. Remember that?
Oh, that was fun.
Yeah,
that was a lot of fun.
You thought you could beat me in the Mario Kart?
I thought I was going to beat you and Megan, and yeah, you guys killed me.
You're surprised.
I was surprised, and
so
Megan.
Was I.
Well, yeah, and Megan still makes a point of reminding me of that to this day. So I'm going to just call it in front of all of HR. I want a rematch. Yeah,
you're on.
Our accomplishments for the compensation team. We just finished TCP for 2019, and this year we brought in Missioner and research into the same TCP date of October 1st, and that means we touched about 8,000 employees with a TCP increase, and that's the first time we've had that kind of volume.
For the benefits team, we've had some major accomplishments. I want to talk about the annual compensation and benefit statements that we have gone online with. Normally they were mailed out, so we decided to launch them online. Employees can view them through their employee self-service portal.
We communicate the process electronically to employees instead of sending packages to their home address. We were able to also receive the forms electronically. And we've completely redesigned the information that we provide to employees. So we've reduced a lot of the administrative work as well as reducing paper waste.
And our most fun moment this year was when we did a welcome to Amal's baby. We threw her a baby shower, and we would just like to officially welcome Ali to the world.
We're biggest accomplishments was the engagement of all the staff across UHN that we had the privilege of engaging throughout our Code Orange project. For the first time, we had great physician engagement from some of the top physicians at UHN, such as Dr. George Oriopoulos, vascular surgeon, who's also an educator and assisting us with our steering committee, making sure job action sheets for our surgeons and our critical teams and our emergency departments were complete. That was quite a significant accomplishment, I think, for our team this year.
We're a lot more fun when we come off. A lot of times when we show up, people maybe think there's something bad happening, or we're here to tell them, they need to revise their policies or procedures. But we approach our job with a sense of humor and an enthusiasm. Especially dealing with a lot of tough situations and tough scenarios, and planning for a mass casualty incident, you have to find the humor in some dark situations and be able to sort of support your team members.
Hi everyone, I'm Gina from the Radiation Safety Office, and I'm representing the team and to give you a little bit of feel about what our office has accomplished in the last year. We're very proud of the work that we do. We ensure that the operations across our programs, diagnostic, radiation medicine, and research, is operational when using radioactive material and equipment. We had a successful radiation medicine program audit last year. Our CNSC regulator was here for a week-long exercise to review our program requirements, interview staff and personnel, and ensure that we have a safe working place when working with radioactive equipment and materials. Our audit was very successful. There were some very few minor items to correct, and so we're very happy and proud about that. This year was a celebratory moment for one of our staff at Radiation Safety, Neil Amos, a casual employee who celebrated 50 years of service here at UHN. So we celebrate that and we congratulate Neil.
So the Safety Services team this year has been focused on merging our research and clinical programs. The OC Health Safety Managers and the safety coordinators from the research side have come together to make one giant team. I think that's probably what we're most proud of this year. We've integrated really well. We've done a lot of team events.
Team building. We have joint team meetings now, so we're starting to learn about each other, learning about what each other's teams do, because we still have to start integrating some of the programs that we're working on. We also did a lean event earlier in the year, so we were looking at incident reporting and accident investigations and trying to integrate how both teams are doing that so that we're actually following one process. So it's been really interesting and nice to meet everybody.
To learn a lot about each of the people that we now work with, so it was good.
So one of the things that we've been celebrating this year is the long service awards for the team members. So Kelly has had 5 years here on our team, David Wong 20 years, and Tony Laterio 10 years. So we've been celebrating all those achievements for our team, as well as, because we're sort of a newly integrated team, we've started celebrating birthdays together. So now that we're about 16 people, I guess, we've started doing monthly birthday celebrations instead of one birthday a month.
One of our accomplishments on the disability side definitely was finding out again that we had received a fairly large rebate on our cost statements to the WSIB. That usually indicates that we've done really well compared to the industry standards. Our health team worked really hard on the disability side as well to ensure that the costs associated with lost time were reduced. That's something that we're really proud of this year.
One of our biggest accomplishments this year was the flu campaign. We increased the number of flu shots that we did administer last year by a large amount.
That's great. And another big accomplishment for OC Health for this year, it's just working all 4 sites together as a big team.
This year, as with the end of year coming, Jane is retiring. Jane, you will be missed by us, and we hope that you enjoy your retirement. So on behalf of Occupational Health and Safety Department, Sergey and Trish, we wish you happy retirement! You will be missed!
Good morning. My name's Kevin Smith, and for those I haven't had the pleasure of meeting, it's nice to e-meet you this morning. I know you've had a day where you'll be looking at what the role of human resources is in fulfilling our mission of a healthier world. And I want to thank each and every one of you. You, human resources, are the backbone of what makes UHN great. People. All the buildings, all the technologies, all the amazing science, it's fantastic. But without people and the translation of people into caring for our patients, UHN would simply not be one of the top 7 hospitals in the world. Again, thanks to you and all of your colleagues. I wish I could be with you personally, but since I'm unable to do so, I want to very sincerely thank you, wish you the very best for this day, and reflect how important your work is on building a healthier world.
Okay, lights, camera, action!
And civility training.
You should have deleted that first one, man, I'm telling you. We're gonna be all afternoon now.
Nope, got it.
Everybody knows that staffing is all jokes all the time, right? Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. Anyway,
Laura, welcome to our team.
Thank you.
And we look forward to working next year.
Me too. Please don't leave us like the other person.
Oh my god, is that good or bad?
I'd say my team is definitely proud of hiring me and putting up for a whole year with my brilliance.
It's like in Wayne's World. 3, 2, go.